A bar in Denver looking for conjugal visitation with what was at the time known as the fair sex. Now everything's a drag show, who knows? But at the time the fair sex was in there, and he realized he wouldn't be able to have any fun at all because he didn't have any money. There is the high tone dance. Well, friends, you can't expect a cowboy for to educate his shank in an etiquette-ish fashion under an aristocratic rank. Old boy's often been accustomed to shake and heel and toe at them rack and ranter dances where that kind of etiquette, folks, it don't much go. So you can bet I had 'em all laughing in this awkward sort of way. Oh, I had 'em yanking up their squitters in excited sort of play. When I tumbled into Denver, perchance to take a prance in the snooze and easy measures of a high-toned dance. And when I got amongst those ladies in their frocks so fleecy white, and the dudes topped off in wrappings that were truly out of sight, I tell you what, folks, I was embarrassed. Oh, I could not help but keep from feeling like a burro in a flock of pretty sheep. And every step I took was awkward. Oh, I blushed so bloomin' red, not dissimilar to the principal decoration on a turkey gobbler's head. Well, the ladies said 'twas seldom that they'd really had a chance to see an honest-to-God good time puncher at a high-tone dance. So I cut me out a heifer. And I'm aware that you shouldn't call women heifers, but this was written a long time ago, and I don't really know how to change it. And if I did change it, I would just be doing that to try to make other people happy, and I don't really want to do that with my artistic life, you know what I mean? And I generally think that if this was like written down by a cowboy, most of those people were semi-literate, and most of them were non-white back if you like look at it historically, so it's sort of like complicated in terms of like what it engenders if you call somebody like by an animal name, and after all, he probably knew a lot of animals on like a first name basis, and realistically, I spent like 15 years in Arkansas, and I don't know like 2 cows on a first name basis. He probably knew like 100 cows on a first name basis, you know what I'm saying? So if you take all the old bad things from history and you cover them up to make sure that a white, primarily liberal audience is comfortable all the time, and they're all middle class and stuff like that, you're doing a fundamental disservice to the American folk tradition, which is buried inside of it a lot of the problems that we're still dealing with in America today, like racism, sexism, colonialism, homophobia, that are totally present in our folk culture and need to be addressed. And so we can use these songs as like dialectical materials to try to make the world a better place. So I cut me out a heifer. Sidled up beside that cow to dance that dreamy whirl. Well, she shoved her hooves around me this bovine sort of way. Oh, we drifted into heaven as the band began to play. But I could feel my neck a-burning from her nostrils breathing heat. As she do-si-doed around me, she kept clapping on my feet, and she gazed into my squinters with a frankly soul-dissolving glance. 'Twas quite conducive to the pleasures of a high-toned dance. So when they struck the old cotillion of that music bill of fare, every bit of peckerwood in me seemed to take out on a tear. I let out a cowboy war-whoop and summarily commenced to rag. Oh, I cut in with my trotters till the floor began to sag, and my partner unaccountably then became seasick, and she clopped off for her seat. So I tried to rope the next one, but she dodged me slick and neat. I tell you what, folks, I pulled the creases from their go-to-meeting pants when I put the cowboy trimmings on that high-toned dance.